Alright, so in this video I'd like to talk about being a self-learner in IT security. Is it important? It's probably something that you might have heard a bit about if you're doing some research on this field or maybe other IT fields. And I would say that security, similarly to other areas of IT, are really big on self-learning. And this is actually one of the things that attracted me to the field, because I'm not sure about you guys, but I definitely had the experience before of working a job where there was a very limited set of things that you needed to know, and after you learned those and sort of mastered those, then there was really nothing else to learn. And those kind of jobs, in my opinion, are really unsatisfying. But one thing that I would consider a pro as opposed to a con to security is it's not at all like that. There's a lot of things. I mean, you can never know it all, really, because I mean, if you think about all the technology, not only all the technology that exists, but all the technology that is coming out, every month, every week, and what have you. I mean, you can never really learn it all. And with that being said, different people will have different areas of specialization, different domains, entire domains of specialization. Like, some people might be better with web apps, and within that, some people might be better at testing certain technologies. Like, they might be more familiar with JavaScript, finding those input validation errors on the front end and stuff like that, XSS, things of that nature. And then there might be some other web app pen testers that are better at finding some database vulnerabilities, like SQL injection, or even stuff related to the network side, like the network security. And maybe some people are familiar with some of the technologies within there, different routers, switches, stuff like that. So that's another thing that is definitely, I would say, really good about it, is that you can come from different backgrounds and still be relevant in the area of security. Like, if you were a guy that came from the network side, it's another common entry point is the IT guy that's coming from a networking background, then you can definitely be useful to a security team when you bring your knowledge of the different Cisco products and stuff like that to the table. So everyone can have an impact, and there's always more to learn, really. I mean, another example is Bitcoin, and the sort of blockchain technology is one of the hot new things, right? Well, with the smart contracts and stuff, with Ethereum and stuff like that, you might have heard the exploits that happened with that, where people basically lost a ton of money from different smart contracts being hacked. So that's a whole nother area of security that it's new, not many people know it. You can learn it, and you can have some kind of value that way, especially if you're working for a company that's really trying to get into the blockchain space. I know a lot of companies are trying to leverage it in some way. I would say that right now it's not super popular in the corporate world yet, but it will be probably within the next 10 years or so, who knows. So a lot of opportunity to learn stuff. And I guess I don't have to keep giving examples here. I guess you guys kind of get the idea probably, but yeah, self-learning is highly valued in this field too. Employers a lot of times in the field are willing to hire someone that has a little bit less experience if they see that you have a desire to, not only a desire to learn stuff, but they see that you're proactive about learning stuff. Especially outside of work, which it's actually kind of cool, learning how to hack this stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty interesting. Definitely a pretty flashy type of career. And maybe you work on the defensive side, or you plan to work on the defensive side. And there's still a lot of stuff you can learn there too as well. You can learn how to use different tools, like maybe Ada Pro, if you're doing some like malware analysis, something like that, or maybe you're just learning how to use like some kind of blue team monitoring tool. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, it just really depends on what area you want to go into. Like I said, I am on the offensive side, so I'm working a lot with offensive tools, so like Burp Suite, Kali Linux, all that stuff. I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with a lot of those, but if you're not, then I plan on making some technical videos as well, and just sort of giving you guys the overview on some of those tools, how they work, stuff like that, if you guys have an interest in that sort of stuff. But yeah, this was sort of my take on self-learning and how it is actually very valued in this field. So if that sounds like your thing, you like to keep learning and you like to have that challenge of always having more to learn and not really running into the issue of, you know, you've been working at the job for a while, you learned everything there is to know about it, and now you're just kind of running through the motions and things get boring. Well, that's definitely not going to happen in this field for you. So to me, that's like a pretty big upside. But yeah, definitely, you know, if you guys are enjoying this, you know, if you guys have any content you want me to cover, any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, because I would like to have I would like these videos to be kind of like a sort of open dialogue here, where, you know, you guys might have some questions about security in whatever capacity, and I can make videos on them addressing different things, because yeah, I'm here to help you guys out. And yeah, hope you guys found this one of value, and I'll see you in the next one.